Thank you for clicking on 5 truths every gutsy woman needs to hear before she decides. This is for the women in a significant relationship who's unhappy, uncertain, done with limbo. If you're done wondering whether you're the problem or if you're just not meant to be together, I do a program called the Gutsy Wives Club that gives my clients the courage, clarity, and tools to know for sure without guilt, blame, or shame or self abandonment whether or not she needs to stay in the marriage and make it work or leave the marriage. This program, the 5 truths every gutsy woman needs to hear before she decides, is kind of a taste of how I work. So it really is important to understand a little bit more about she who decides. So for right now, just take a breath with me. You're here because perhaps you're in a relationship that isn't working and you just don't know what to do. Should you stay? Should you go? I know firsthand the ache of making this decision and being in the indecision process. I know the spiral of second guessing. I know the feeling of shame and fear and guilt. But let me say this clearly. You're not crazy and you're not alone. This audio is not here to tell you what to do. It's here to wake up the truth that you already lives inside of you. So let's begin. Truth number 1. Confusion is covering up your fear. When a woman says, I don't know what to do, what she usually means is, I do know. I just don't want to face the cost of it. Confusion has become a shield to protect you from the pain of taking action, but it also keeps you stuck. If you're waiting to be sure, you'll wait forever. The truth is already whispering. You just need the courage to hear it. Inside She Who Decides, you would learn how to move through fear with clarity, not confusion. You can finally hear and trust that inner wisdom. Truth number 2, you can't heal a relationship by abandoning yourself. You might have twisted yourself into 100 versions of easy to love. You've been patient, forgiving, accommodating, maybe even invisible. But here's the hard truth. Every time you betrayed yourself to keep the peace, you killed the very intimacy you've been craving. Real healing starts when you come back to you. You don't need to lose yourself to keep someone else. In She Who Decides, you'll reconnect with your own identity, your own values, and your desires, so you can stop disappearing and start leading with truth, with love, and self-respect, and most of all, self-worth. Truth number 3, staying or leaving isn't the first decision. Reclaiming your self-worth is. You don't need to decide about your marriage today, but you do need to decide this. To decide that you will no longer abandon yourself, to decide that you will no longer settle for breadcrumbs, and to decide that you will rebuild your self-worth no matter what. Because when you know your worth, you don't beg for love, you decide what you deserve. She Who Decides helps you rebuild your self-worth from the inside out. So whether you stay or go, you stand tall in your power. Truth number 4, guilt is not guidance. You've been told you're selfish for wanting more, that good wives don't give up, that you're lucky to have what you have. But guilt is not God. Guilt is not your inner wisdom. Guilt is not the voice of conditioning. Love is the voice of your soul. You're allowed to want joy. You are allowed to want peace. You are allowed to want you back. In the program, you will learn how to release any guilt and rewrite your internal story so you stop feeling selfish for wanting a life that lights you up. And finally, truth number 5. Peace will come after the decision, not before it. You keep wanting to feel the peace before you decide, but that's how peace works. Clarity doesn't come from more thinking. It comes from taking action. The moment you decide, truly decide, your nervous system exhales. Your soul whispers, thank you. Peace is the reward for the woman who chooses herself. Inside, she who decides, you'll be guided step by step to make the decision you've been avoiding with support, strategy, and spiritual alignments. I hope you will join us in the program, She Who Decides, if this is what you need.